This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Wow. Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Another podcast in choir. Which sounds like a Southern woman saying choir.
Oh, yeah.
I got choir practice.
I got choir practice. Yeah, it might be a podcast in choir for a little bit longer than we all anticipated.
Hannah sent us the article that
At
pretty
least
much
in Los Angeles.
Yes, in LA, they're almost certainly, I don't know how they worded the article, but that we're going to be indoors till July.
Yeah, they haven't given any official moving forwards, but I think it will certainly be extended until July.
They used a lot of adjectives like most certainly, without a doubt, there's no snowball's chance in hell that you're leaving your house for 3 more months.
We'll probably definitely for sure
Ultimately,
at some point in the near future be made very concrete that you can't leave.
Oh, it's so crazy. Oh, I'm going to get so fat.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. No, this morning I woke up and I, took a shit, didn't take a sip of water, got completely naked, got on the scale. That's the routine.
That's your morning ritual.
Oh, please. If I so much as do 1 sip of water, I'm like, no.
Well, see, that's why, for all of you wondering why Mamrie doesn't upload a morning routine video on her YouTube, it would be flagged immediately.
But I got up and I did my thing, and then I was in such a good mood, and I was like, Chip, I am proud to say I have not gained a pound in quarantine. And I'm like walking on air, and he goes, you probably just lost all your muscle. And I was like,
thank you for the support.
Oh,
thank you for the optimism. But the other thing is that you don't have anyone to impress in person. All the meetings and pitches are all virtual now.
Very true. I've seen that a lot of people are getting caught not wearing real pants.
Yeah.
On business Zooms.
I saw a few weeks ago that a newscaster was doing news and was in a blazer from the waist up and just boxers, and you could see the top of his thighs. And
full mullet of an outfit.
It really was. And I applaud them, though. I mean, they're just like us.
I understand not wearing real pants because today I decided to put on jeans for this.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate the effort.
Thank you. I had on black sweatpants, so it wasn't that much of a look different. But I wouldn't just wear underwear, wear some shorts or something, but you're playing with fire if you're gonna take a business call just in undies.
I feel like even if you are resigning yourself to giving up 50% of your look, you still have to have some sort of contingency plan on if they saw what you don't want them to see.
Your penis could jump out.
Yeah, that thing's wily. We don't know.
You don't know.
When you're sitting like that. Also, I mean, it also takes a lot of guts because the feeling, and I've never experienced the feeling of wearing a blazer with just male boxers.
I wonder if it's powerful.
I wonder if there's something thrilling about it. Well, I had that thought. I got out of the shower today and I wanted to ask you, do you put on underwear first or your bra first when you're putting both of them on?
These days it's a rarity I'm wearing a bra.
Right. But let's say you choose to.
I feel like my normal routine. Oh, we're getting into our routines.
We're getting into our routines. It's all we have.
My normal routine is to. I rarely wear underwear too.
Maybe this isn't even a question.
No,
for you.
if I am planning on putting on both articles of
you're committing
stuff.
I
usually put on my underwear and then just prance around in that for a little bit.
Yeah, see, I usually do underwear first and then a sports bra because that's all I wear. And I today put a sports bra on first without realizing it, and I felt so vulnerable.
Very weird.
With no underwear on. I was like, this is horrible.
Very weird. I fell asleep the other night wearing a sports bra, and I was with a thong, and I was like, these are contrasting ideas.
Yeah. I'm giving people mixed messages, including myself now.
Totally. Are you trying to fuck? Are you trying to
play
go for a jog?
Pick up soccer game or something?
So really, that's all you wear is sports bras?
That's literally been the last year or so of my life is that they started getting comfortable and easy to wear. I think bras underwires and all of that aren't my thing, and so then I just felt like I could keep doing it, and no one's told me to stop, so it's now all I wear. Sorry to Elliot, because it's the most unsexy thing ever.
There's a level of sexiness to a sports bra because you actually you work out.
Oh, did you see,
What?
speaking of working out, the video of the people in Florida protesting
Oh my
gyms
God.
and Chelsea Peretti's tweet being
What did she
like,
say?
there was a video, like
They're doing
drone footage,
squats.
they're doing squats and push-ups to protest that they need their gyms open. And Chelsea Peretti just tweeted, thus proving that squats and push-ups can be done anywhere.
Right. I know. I did see our friend Katie Derricks. She tweeted, she goes, alternate name for this article, a gym opens outside of a Florida courthouse. No, there is literally, even though we're being told we have to stay inside till probably July.
Yeah.
There is nothing I want open enough to go stand outside and protest.
No.
Like human rights,
Right.
of course.
I'll
but
protest for women's bodies and women's rights and that sort of thing. But
Yes.
I don't need a Curves reopening.
oh my
anytime
God,
soon.
curves.
Can you imagine that protest?
Oh,
But Curves, I feel like, isn't that whole system based on social distancing? Everyone's on
It's
their
a
own
circuit
piece.
training.
Right. Everyone's on their own piece of equipment.
y'all, if you don't know Curves, the gym made for women. Did I tell you about what my mom did?
Maybe. What did she get into?
What's the latest Caroline hijink?
What's Caroline even up to?
She friggin', this was forever ago. She wanted to join a Curves. And so she like, am I remembering this right? She signed up to like work there
She
to
signed
get
up.
like a free couple months membership and then quit or something. Like,
So did she actually work there?
I think she gamed the system.
So
I
she,
think like they gave her a pass
volunteered.
and then went to a different Curves.
Good for her.
She's always finding a way to gain
She's sneaky.
to game the, it's game the system or gain the system.
I'm not totally
I
sure.
think it's gaming the system.
gaming. Yeah, like you're tricking it.
My mom once.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my mom decided when I was in like 6th grade or something that all of a sudden she was Catholic.
Okay.
Like she was raised Southern Baptist.
Uh-huh.
We had went to a Methodist church and then she was like, I'm going to convert to Catholicism.
For herself and for you guys?
No, she knew we weren't
Oh,
fucking.
she knew
We
that
weren't
you-
driving to Winston. There wasn't a Catholic church near us, and we weren't driving 30 minutes to Winston to go to the mass. But I think she just wanted to convert because she did I think it's called cantering, like the singing for the Catholic Church at
okay.
mass.
She was in the choir.
She was in the choir. That's our movie we're going to do is a Southern Baptist church all has to do quarantine together called Quarantine. Quarantine. But she took the classes, converted to Catholicism. And then I remember she was going to mass one time and she was like, she goes, I was late and I pulled in and I like swiped someone's parked car. And I realized it was the priest. And she was like, but then I thought, if I confess that I hit and ran to the priest, he can't press charges because it has to stay within. It's like the doctor patient
forgiveness and there is privacy.
That's how my mother's mind works.
Wow, she is just life hacking her way through life.
Truly,
Good
I don't know
for
how.
her. But also, I commend her on having some sort of revelation and then going and doing the classes and becoming a Catholic. That takes some sort of determination.
She did it for a couple years, and then she went back to the Methodist church. She's a religion hopper.
Yeah. It sounds like she likes clubs.
Yeah, I think it depends on who she's dating. I think she was dating a Catholic man.
Oh, okay.
It's like how all of a sudden you like a sports team.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, yep, you like UFC for some reason.
I hate it.
And that's that on
I
that.
truly hate it. So how have you been? What's up? What's
Good.
new? What's going on? I saw you finally made the toilet planner.
Finally did the toilet planner. It honestly turned out way better than I thought it would.
Did you find any nar in some like deep crevice?
No, didn't do too much investigating for my own sanity, but it had been sitting outside and it had rained a bunch. So when I definitely opened the top, it looked horrifying.
Could you still flush it?
No, none of the things were working.
Okay, you had to
was,
like dump it over.
Yeah, I dumped it all over, like literally ripped out all of the inside parts and broke it. So it's clean now and it worked super well, super easy to do. And I'm like really proud of it. I think it looks really cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like very excited about it.
I hadn't watched, I know you did a video on it. I didn't watch it because I want to talk about it IRL with you.
Yeah.
But did you put flowers in the commode and also on like where the lid would be?
I did an upper decker, people are saying. Yeah. I put succulents in the toilet part, and then in the upper tank I put some more tiny succulents that hopefully will grow bigger. And it was so easy to do. So guys, if you have a spare toilet laying around,
Put some dirt in it.
Put some dirt in it. See what happens. I love it. I think planting is my bread baking of quarantine.
Okay, yeah.
I'm getting really into it. I planted the little seedlings that my mom got us, and I
still need to do that.
Yeah, and now I'm waiting for more soil to get delivered so I can replant all the succulents that I ripped out to make this toilet planter.
Well, kudos.
Thanks.
I have so many thoughts.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to figure out where within the planter you can put some type of seed or food so that squirrels comes up and it looks like they're taking a dump.
It looks like they're taking a dump.
Now, granted, I fought previously that about the squirrel picnic tables and that how we don't need to teach squirrels to be more human.
Right.
But I would live for those photos. And don't you have like a gopher that's popping up?
Yeah, we have a bunch of little gophers. But yeah, I think when you teach animals to be in like vulnerable human situations, that's way funnier for all of us.
Wow.
Like just eating on a little picnic table feels a little bit like they're going to develop intelligence and like ruin us.
They're going to eventually, it's going to click that like that they have a tiny picnic table. That's a big one.
Right.
Go steal that food while the people are gone.
Exactly. And with a tiny toilet, it's just fun for the whole family.
Right, because if a squirrel wants to break in and use your actual toilet, I'm still pro that. Not my toilet,
right?
But your toilet.
My toilet. Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes down. We'll see if and when that ever happens. But yeah, this has been a definite Groundhog's Day after Groundhog's Day week this week for me.
And now you have groundhogs.
And now I have,
I guess, tiny gophers.
I've got tiny, which are basically just petite groundhogs in a way.
Did you see Caddyshack? I find it to be unbelievably overrated.
I don't think I have. I feel like I've heard about it, that maybe I saw it when I was younger, but didn't really register it.
I'm just always confused by movies that, I mean, it's a comedy. It's ridiculous. Bill Murray's eyes are crossed half the time. Like
that's your bread and butter.
It's me.
Yeah.
But it's a farce, ridiculous golf movie, but they just are totally okay with a bad-looking gopher puppet that pops up and like I don't understand when we're supposed to ignore like a very that's very left field.
It's
for the
very
rest of the
distracting.
Film.
Yeah. Are we okay? So no one's calling this out that this looks bad. So I guess we're all on this journey together. Yeah. Well, maybe it's worth rewatching now. How about you? What have you been up to?
Well, if we're going to talk about plants, we are on that train now.
Nice.
Chip planted lavender and citronella plants today.
Citronella, like the candle?
No, yeah, I guess it was like a type of geranium. I'm probably saying it wrong, but we have got the fucking mosquitoes are
they're
back.
Crazy.
And it's mosquitoes, but it's also these. He thinks it's like the female mosquito. They're just like bugs that are just like hanging out in little clouds.
No, thank you.
And they're just hovering in the front and
like
backyard.
Clouds as in like groups of them together, just gossiping, are the female mosquitoes?
Yes, but I can't hear them. I got close. It's not like the crows.
Right.
Where you can hear them gossip. This was me being like, and I'm like, oh, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. But so we're planting stuff that he has researched that deters. Oh, I can't speak in quar practice. That deters mosquitoes.
That's a great idea. Yeah, because citronella candles are like anti-mosquito candles.
So
we bought some of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad news bears, and it's not even what is it, May?
Yeah.
Maybe it may be May.
May the 4th we had it was Cinco de Mayo. Wow, remember that? I looked at a BuzzFeed article that said like in case you forgot, here are the things that have happened this year, and I was going through it, and it was in fact blowing my mind. Let me see if I can find one. Cheer. The Netflix show.
Oh my God, that was this year.
That was this year.
Has anyone checked on Jerry?
That's literally what
got famous and then had to stay at home.
I know.
Could you imagine being like, I'm now America's favorite person. I've been on Ellen. I am going to like crush it, get paid to motivationally speak, do so many interviews. No, you're staying home. You got famous and ordered to stay home.
Exactly. And their whole thing, cheerleading, can't be done over Zoom.
Cannot be done over Zoom.
I mean, I guess you can practice some virtual stunts, but that doesn't seem like it's going to add up.
And you know they're all still at home working out because they don't want to lose that muscle mass.
That kind of body needs constant upkeep. Like,
I bet that coach has fucking sent them treadmills.
oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that coach. Yeah, she's a Looney Tune, but yeah, you know that she's keeping tabs on them.
She's got to. Okay, back to plants.
yes,
Hot plant goss.
hot plant goss.
We've got our citronella and our lavender. Hannah gave me a tomato seedling
Right.
for her little baby yellow tomatoes.
so cute.
Which are so good. I made a tiny baby caprese salad the other day.
So what do you do? Are you trying to plant the seedling?
yeah, so it's like the little stalk of it.
Uh-huh.
And then I think did I tell you, like, tomato plant smell is my favorite smell in the world.
Yeah.
And it's this tiny little seedling. But like I basically go over and like jack it off a little. And then smell my fingers. Because it's my favorite. The
Yep.
stem of it is
Oh,
my
good.
favorite smell.
Oh, good. Yes.
But that anyone
So this
who
is all
looks like I'm jacking off a tomato seedling to get the scent on my fingers and then smelling my fingers like a fucking weirdo perv.
Like, well, what's her face from SNL?
Yes, Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah.
But so we have that, and I'm going to try to grow that traditionally.
What does that mean exactly?
You know, like in a pot, and then just like as it goes, I'll like try to get it to grow up.
right,
a wall.
right. Okay.
But Chip ordered a couple tomato plants, and he ordered, do you remember Topsy Turvy?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's upside down,
it's
and you.
upside down
and
tomato plant.
It's just for tomatoes, right?
They make one for strawberries too.
Okay.
But the central idea being the grass is above it.
Right.
The tomato plant is upside down.
Right.
So the tomatoes grow down. Supposedly it grows faster, and what it does is it keeps the tomatoes off the ground so that bugs, slugs, and
can't crawl up in there.
critters don't eat it.
That's
so
a
it's to
great
keep 'em
idea.
safe. It is great.
Also, great name.
Topsy turf.
Sounds fun.
But so I was obsessed with infomercials when I was little.
Oh yeah.
Or as seen on TV.
Yeah. Set it, forget it. All of them.
Ron Popeil, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I got a food dehydrator for my 5th grade birthday. I was like, bitch, I'm
Checks
making
out.
dried soups. I made dried, like before you could buy dehydrated strawberries and you could only get them in Special K. I was making my own. I made fruit leather.
I didn't even know. I don't think I ever came face to face with the dehydrated strawberry till college. So
you haven't lived.
leaps and bounds ahead of your time.
You have not lived. So I was making my own shit.
Yeah.
I was making potpourri. I mean, I was a 5th grader,
You
man.
were gunning for an Etsy
Yes.
shop every day.
I was 10 and 85 all at the same time. But so I always saw Topsy Turvy and
Talking will come later.
Topsy Turvy, but didn't get one, and now I have two. So I'm gonna see how they work. But I got sucked into a YouTube tutorial, like
Of
an
how to
old-
use the topsy-turvy?
Well, originally I was seeing like how to use it
Right.
because you're hanging dirt, so you're hanging like 50 pounds, so you got to make sure it's like secure.
Yeah, you don't want to do it wrong.
You
yeah.
don't want your Topsy Turvy to go curvy.
Yeah,
you know?
that's like a Nickelodeon game show that like dirt falls out and drops on top of
It's
you.
the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
But I was watching this guy, and it's just like a dad-looking dude showing how to do the Topsy Turvy.
This is the YouTube video.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, this is cute, you know. And I see a suggested video is 1 month later, and so then see how the
guy?
tomato plant's going. So then I click that, and this is all from like 2013.
I was gonna ask how long ago is this?
So I clicked that one, and his tomatoes were doing great.
Good.
He started
Phew.
having some baby ones. He compared it to a seedling he planted regular, and it was kicking that one's ass.
Wow. So he's answering all the questions that
All the
you have.
questions. He said there was going to be a third follow-up. Guess what all the comments are? Where the fuck's the third follow-up?
Have we checked in on this?
But
one?
on the second one, he had gone from clean shaven to a goatee. So I was like, what's he going through?
Yeah, I know that game. I've cut my own bangs before.
Did Nancy leave you?
Yeah.
But then I clicked on his profile because that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, he has kept it up. All he does is review stuff. He has got thumbnails where it's like, you know, the background is all neon and he's
Right.
holding up a product.
It's like a Shane Dawson old school video thumbnail.
100%. So he like decided he got some views back on the Topsy Turvy and was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put all my energy into this.
This is, I've found my true passion, my true calling. This is where people need me.
Yes.
Who is this man?
I'll find it for you.
Okay.
I Instagram storied it, but I was just thinking, man, I'm really glad my parents haven't decided to start a YouTube channel.
You don't know what your mom's been up to. She's sneaky.
That's true.
She could be doing that right now.
That is so true. She could have a
I know.
mukbang station. She does eat very loud. Okay, this is not just a roast of my mom. This is not going to be a roast of my mom.
Oh, that's so great, though. I know. Good for him. I feel like I wish I could find my clear passion that way. And he's
I
still
know.
to this day uploading
those.
Wow. Is it all like
No, it'll
as
be
seen
like-
on TV?
Not all as seen, just like various products. Like this is this pillow good? And it'll be him like pretending to sleep on the pillow, like in front of a green screen that's magenta. I was like, wow.
Oh, I love
He's really doing it.
Love it. So we should all know by now that getting in shape doesn't have to be about losing a specific amount of weight or a magic number that's on a scale. It's about building the healthier habits we have with food and with exercise and feeling better about ourselves. If that is fitting into a pair of jeans that is your goal, denim to wear when you feel ready to wear denim. There's no rush. Everyone's on their own timeline. If that's your goal, that's great. But there are probably many reasons that you want to practice self-care, and we all know that everyone is different, and that's why this might help you out today. I'm talking about Noom. It's the habit-changing solution that helps users learn to develop a new relationship with food through personalized courses. It's based in psychology, so Noom teaches you why you do the things you do and empowers you with the tools you need to break bad habits and replace them with better ones. Noom is not a diet, it's a healthy and easy to stick to way of life, and it has one of the biggest and most accurate food databases available that lets you track meal habits, visualize portion sizes, and see calorie density all at a glance. And I've looked through, they have an insane library of recipes, which is what I've been using. So if you need quick recipes that are calorie conscious and really easy to do, check out their entire there's so much, and you have time for it, so why don't you check it out? We all are strapped, for the ability to focus on ourselves sometimes. So Noom, if you don't think you have time, asks you to commit just 10 minutes a day for yourself. You're human. If you go off track, there's no shaming, just tips to help get you back on track tomorrow. You can chat with a goal specialist, and you can chat with the Noom community. It's amazing. They have a groups tab that when you go in, you can see what everyone is posting, whether it's tracking their exercise, posting their calorie count, asking for encouragement, posting fun, uplifting memes about, healthier perspectives on lifestyle. It's really cute. It's really sweet. It's really supportive. You guys have even told us that you've used Noom in the past and how much it's worked for you. So I highly encourage you. You guys, like I said, can go talk to a goal specialist, and you can interact with the beautiful Noom community to get and give help to people that are going through possibly the same things. And the cool thing is you don't have to change it all in one day. Take small steps, make big progress, and you can sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/weird. Again, Noom, Noom.com/weird. What have you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/weird to start your trial today.
But speaking of men following their passion,
Yeah.
I think you saw this is going to be a very call to action episode, everyone, just so you know.
Right.
I think you saw me post on my Instagram a campaign that I'm starting.
Yes. And I watched and I thought, there she goes.
There she goes.
Good for her.
Here's the deal. I get a text from my stepmom on Sunday, I think. Or
Mother's Day.
No, yeah, I think it was the day before on Saturday. And Roy of Siegfried and Roy passed away from COVID.
Yes.
R.I.P. the original Tiger Kings.
I saw that. Yeah.
I bet they were so pissed when Tiger King came out, and they were like, "You're calling that motherfucker Tiger King?"
I literally was just listening to Psychobabble, and Corey said the exact same
Seriously?
thing.
I'd be like,
But
"I've dedicated my life to this."
Siegfried had already passed away, right?
I don't know.
I thought we're not a factual podcast.
We're not. But so anyway, he passed away, and my stepmom texted me, and she was like, long story short, like, listen to this conversation I just had with your father. Hold on, I got to burp. Sorry, guys, I've been drinking White Claw. I burped on the last podcast, and Chip was like, Jesus! I heard you just rip it. So anyway, she goes, I'm talking with your dad, and I say, oh, Roy of Siegfried and Roy passed away. And your dad goes, oh, man, he was such a nice guy. And Anne was like, okay, did you watch some interviews, whatever? Like, what's going? And Dad goes, they let me play with the Tigers. And then she was like, what?
She goes, two things.
Two things, my husband of 25 years. What? So my dad in the 80s, there was a brief amount of time where he was kind of the Coors Light spokesman.
Right.
There were these commercials called the Silver Bullet Bar. And he was the bartender of Silver Bullet Bar.
Amazing.
And like people would come in, and patrons and celebrities,
that was
whatever.
him as like Flo.
Exactly. His name. He was Lou, the bartender.
Okay. Oh, that's so
So
great.
he was like, yeah, we did a Coors Light ad with Siegfried and Roy. And then they looked it up and sent it to me. I put it on my Instagram where like my dad's the bartender. They come in. They're like, we want to do magic. He's like, oh, card tricks. And then long story short.
Shenanigans ensue.
It's like new information. I was like, what is your life? I don't know about all this.
Wow.
So it's so fun. So I started a petition online.
Wait, you started an actual petition?
You haven't signed it?
Clearly not.
It has
Wait,
2,500 signatures.
What? I didn't know there was an
I
actual.
posted online. I was like, I joked in the caption. It was like, start the petition for Coors Light to bring back my dad as Lou the bartender, and then me be the next generation Luann, who's taking over the bar. Can't you imagine that?
It makes nothing but sense.
I was like, I know the creative. Like, I am
You'll
like,
write the spots for them.
literally, I'm thinking like, my dad Lou is like, well, make sure the beer is cold. I'm like, Dad, with new Coors Light technology, if the mountains are blue, it's cold enough. Oh, like, listen to this new slogan. Double tap the Rockies.
Well, I mean, look, she's got it all figured out, people.
My dad needs work. I need work. These are cheap to produce. It's one set.
Coors has got nothing but money. They need a new, fun, interactive campaign that appeals to both demographics.
Yes. I mean, I can do I can be the okay boomer person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. You can still do that.
As I take over where I'm like, hey, let's get rid of this old register and bring in a new system. But
you show him an iPad for the first time and it blows your dad's mind.
Totally. So I'm like, this works. So I joked around in my caption and then I was like, I'm so bored. I'm going to start an actual petition. Like, who gives a shit? It's never going to happen. But like, if it did, that'd be a great story.
Oh, amazing story. Also, Coors, you're already getting the BTS of the evolution of this story. So it just makes sense.
We need someone needs to pick up the story and I need to get some press. But so I put it up. So there's a petition in link in my bio on Instagram. Go sign it.
God, wow, that's the first thing I'm doing when we're done recording. Wow.
It's so silly. I think it could really work.
They say you got to stand for something.
Mm-hmm.
Or
you'll
sit forever.
And that's called quar, baby.
That's quar,
it's so
baby.
funny. My brother commented below it. He goes, when Dad was the spokesman, because my dad doesn't drink. I mean, if he does, he drinks champagne and tequila. That's it.
Wow.
And rarely.
What interesting taste.
I know. My dad has said to me, you drink more in a month than I've drank my whole life. And I said, that is true.
You're just, it doesn't seem judgmental, it just seems factual.
I was like, these are facts. But my brother commented and he was like, my first sip of alcohol was, we had so much free Coors Light at our house that neither of our parents would drink. So he snuck a can and went out into our meadow and tried it by himself.
Amazing. What a hilarious first beer to have.
Yes.
Coors Light. Wow.
I mean, get me in there.
I think it can happen. Guys, if you haven't signed this petition, get out there and, voice your vote matters.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Well, I wish you luck and we'll follow up on this. This is a fun story to track for us now.
Surely someone here
The
works
toilet
for Coors.
is done, so now we need to focus on this, people.
Yes. We've been done shit talking.
Well, let's say speaking of, potential other career endeavors.
Okay.
I just saw this story that killed me right before I came over here. And I think this might be something we could possibly get into.
Oh.
There's a woman who predicts the future, kind of fortune teller but she does it with asparagus. This is all real.
Is there prediction that your pee gonna stank?
Oh, girl, this is from England. She's called an asparamancer, and you'll be shocked to hear she's the only one of her kind.
Oh, wow. You know what? You got to find the white space and bring your business there.
I clicked on it. It was on delisted, and I was like, give me more of this. Her name is Jemima Packington.
Okay.
And
I wish it was Jemima Packing Tape. That's a great name. That's a great name.
She was on a morning show called ITV's This Morning.
Okay.
And it's these two, it looks like every morning show, two dapper dressed guy and a woman hosts. and they introduce her, and they have some banter about, asparagus and your pee. And then they cut to her, and they're interviewing her, and she's come with predictions for them that she's already done with her asparagus.
What does she do with the asparagus? Does she break it in half?
What she does, she says you put it on a paper towel and you throw to find patterns. So you just throw your asparagus the same way
onto a paper towel.
She used a paper towel because she said, I had already done some last night predictions for you guys. I believe we have some images of them here. And they cut to a photo of just a dirty paper towel with asparagus thrown all over it.
She does. She throws a bunch of asparagus, like a pickup stick. Okay.
Yeah, like pickup sticks. And then she reads what she sees in them. And they asked her, God bless these hosts for keeping their shit together the whole time, because I was losing it when they cut to the paper towel. She's like, let me see which one this is. And it's just like 10 pieces of asparagus thrown on a half damp paper towel. And she's like, okay, yes, this is the one for the month of May. And she said there's a letter V and a letter E, as you can see. Like, she was trying to point out things, and you couldn't see anything other than just dirty asparagus.
Me with a magic eye poster.
Yeah, and she ended it by going, also, the spears coming forward indicate that there is really great, good news on the way for all of us this month.
Wow.
That was her prediction. That was Jemima's prediction for us with her asparagus throwing. And I thought, wow, she's so confident in this. It's incredible. Perhaps we are asparamanцers and we haven't yet found out.
Well,
I don't know how. I want to know everything about her. I haven't done more research than just seeing this story.
I think you need to get into her brain, like full.
I want to find out how she figured this out. Was she just cooking one day
and dropped asparagus
and
it looked like a car wreck, so she narrowly escaped death the next day? It just shows, like, don't get on the plane.
Like, I understand tea leaf readings.
I don't.
I think they're a little silly, but
I think they're ridiculous.
But the asparagus killed me. It's the fact that she had two of them and then they cut to another one of just slightly different asparagus thrown on a paper towel.
Oh my God.
Killed me. It's so stupid.
It makes no friggin' sense. Also, like, what a bold move to say we're going to have a great month when we're all in quar.
Yeah, she also said that that they're going to have a double celebration during their upcoming bank holiday. And then she said the little bidlets, which are like little pieces of asparagus, I guess, like
bidlets?
Yeah, bidlets or budlets.
Oh, okay, the little nubs.
Yeah, that you see in the background indicate refreshments of the alcoholic variety. So we're all going to have a jolly good time. I was like, what? I think this woman's getting drunk, throwing asparagus on the ground and going, well, seems like we should drink more. We're going to have a great time.
Could you imagine, like, someone throwing asparagus and being like, that's what I thought. Johnny, I'm leaving you.
I know. Wow. And I'd be like, yes, you should leave me if you're going to be doing that.
Speaking of leaving and tea leaves, I've done it once, I think.
The tea leaf thing?
I don't remember where. Did we do it together?
Yeah, I think we did it for like, I feel like we did it for like Hey USA or something.
I feel like most of our stories we go,
did we do that in like 2015?
Did we do that on camera once? Because, okay, I'm one of those people. Have you ever had a drink and you see that there's like a speck of something in it?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not going to fish it out. I'm just going to avoid it and keep drinking my drink.
Yeah. It's like if you... Sometimes when you eat an apple and you see that there's got the sticker still on it, so you eat all around the sticker and then you peel it off later.
Oh my God. Did you see Ramona Singer from Real Housewives of New York? She's been cooking a lot on Instagram for quarantine.
No.
And someone posted a picture. She's like sauteing peppers. You zoom in, all the stickers are still on the diced peppers.
It's perfect.
Have it so much. But I will just avoid something gross in my drink. It's how I drink kombucha.
Uh-huh.
You know, I just like, I whip around that
bob
mother
and weave.
like I'm coming home late from a party. You know, I avoid that mama. But with the tea leaves, I'm just like, that's just, I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just shit in a cup.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to all you tea leaf enthusiasts out there.
I think we did whatever reading we might have done in our past. Obviously didn't affect me hard enough to have a real passionate opinion about it.
No, hell no.
I don't knock it, but I also clearly haven't tried it again.
No.
But this asparagus thing,
I'm in.
I got some curiosity about this
I want to
one.
know if other people are going to hop on the bandwagon and we're getting like squash busters. We're getting like, potato.
Right, like artichoke future readers.
Yes.
I mean, like, let's peel it off and see what it says. Also, I think
onion has to be one,
has
right?
to be.
Like the layers of your soul or something.
Also, I think
I'm getting hungry. I went to the farmer's market. I'm fucking hungry.
I feel like there's a world where we fix up this tomato topsy-turvy guy with our asparagus lady and we see what kind of love buds there.
I love love.
I love love too, and I think they'd have a lot to talk about.
For sure. I did my Lisa Vanderpump wine tasting.
I did want to ask about that. How was that? So for people that don't know, what is it?
So I got like, a group, not a group email, like a wine.com, whatever email, which I don't know why I got it or if I've ever bought anything from them. But they're doing like virtual wine tasting. So it was like John Legend drinks rosé with this, like
Fun.
third generation winemaker.
See, that makes sense to me in Quar as something to do.
Totally. But the one I saw was Lisa Vanderpump and Pandora, who she calls Pandy, which I don't like.
Yeah, I don't.
It sounds like panties too much.
Also, if you're going to name your daughter Pandora, you can't give her a nickname on top of that.
Yeah.
You decided to name her Pandora. You now have to call her that full name to
That's
everyone.
your own Pandora's box that you opened yourself when you put it on the birth certificate. So it was them with like some wine enthusiast lady, and they were going to go through Lisa's wines because they have the rosé. They have Vanderpump rosé.
Yeah.
But they recently released Chardonnay and Cabernet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just assumed that she had all of them already.
No. It's a total new release.
Okay.
I mean, they were very excited. This is the one where when you signed up for the live stream, you got to submit a question.
Right.
And I submitted, would you ever make wine for dogs?
Yes.
It did not get answered. And what's so funny is at the top of the live stream before Lisa and Pandy joined, the host was like, got your questions. They're wonderful. We're going to try to get through all of them. So I'm like, am I the only one?
Yeah, they put fake questions in there because as people that have done live shows where we've asked the audience to put questions in, we've thrown in our own fake questions.
So
just
we can
to know we
get to
had a couple in there.
Totally, because I think everyone asked the same thing. So it'd be like they'd be like blah 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 blah, like 6 names, all wanted to know, and I would have bailed early on this thing if
they said your name.
I was hoping I was going to be like the funny closer question.
Oh yeah. Wait, could you see everyone else that was also in this tasting?
No. You just watched it. It was like a Zoom to YouTube.
Okay.
And the chat was dead. I was trying to liven it up. I was being like, "Oh, cheers, everyone!" And like no one was responding to me after like 4 comments. I was like, "I'm just gonna back off." I was like, "Ooh, that rosé."
So none of you are here to make friends. Yeah. All right, got it.
Whoops. But so you open the wine. It was just a way for them to sell. Wine, which is fine. Now I have a bottle of rosé and a bottle of Chardonnay that I've drank 2 sips out of.
Great, perfect.
But what is killing me is the woman was she was Zooming from her porch.
Okay.
Right? The wine lady.
Uh-huh.
Girl. We thought my crows were bad.
Oh, no.
This woman sounded like she was in the movie that Moira does in Schitt's Creek. It sounded like she was in a birdemic.
Oh, God.
The crows were going off, and you could just see her kind of shifting, trying to like telepathically shut the fucking crows up.
Oh, my God.
And I just kept being like, are they going to say, is Lisa going to be like, do you have crows?
Right. Like at that point, you have to call it out.
At that point, it sounded like they were literally murdering each other in the background. So I was like, oh, the crows are a real birdemic during the pandemic.
Everywhere right now.
So I was just trying to say the notes on a French rosé, and those crows were blowing up her spot.
Also at that point, like go inside, maybe?
Well,
if you have your whole setup and it looks really pretty.
As I zoom from back here, even though the service is worse, because I know Chip is in there watching TV, or now he's got gamer headphones.
I saw the full setup.
So he's like talking to people back in Atlanta. So I stay out here even though the service is worse. Right. You need 4 walls.
You don't know what's going on in her life, why she has to be on that porch. But did you learn anything?
Not a goddamn thing.
Okay.
I learned the quality of their wine is not for me. I didn't even open the Cabernet because I was like, I'm not going to want to drink the rest of this. I'm going to like gift it to someone as a prank.
Yeah.
I mean, God bless. I love you, Lisa Vanderpump. But
look, she's still thriving. Even though her restaurants aren't open, she's still got so many business things going on, I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah.
I can keep going.
Sure, go for it.
I have another call to action.
Okay. What must we do?
Well, I have news.
What?
Our sweet Aunt Mary took a tumble.
No, the dog walker Mary.
Mary, who we all love and you've heard tales of, slipped on or like tripped on uneven pavement.
Oh no.
Uneven pavement, busted her kneecap, like broke her kneecap and her elbow.
Holy shit.
So she was already not working during quar because people are at home with their dogs.
Yeah.
And now she can't like walk for 6 weeks.
Oh my God.
Isn't that so intense?
That sucks.
I've brought Beans to visit her 3 times already in the
that's
last
nice.
week because she's saying Beans is her little therapist.
Yeah.
I've also learned that Mary is addicted to 32-ounce cherry blossom ice machine brewed teas from coffee bean and tea leaf. So I've brought her a lot of those.
Wow, that's incredibly specific.
Very specific. But you know, like me at Starbucks, I'm a fucking nightmare.
Sure. So that's really nice of you.
Yeah, well, she's fantastic. But so I put up a post on our Patreon today. I'm doing a little GoFundMe for her.
Oh, that's sweet.
And like no pressure, anything. Everyone's asking a million things to be donated, whatever. But so I just put it up on our Patreon to be like, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
Our sweet Mary took a tumble. Our patrons have already raised her $1,800
Oh my
in
God.
the last 5 hours.
Oh my, you guys, that's
know.
so incredible. That makes me so happy.
What's so funny, is Teresa, who's one of our patrons,
Yeah.
she very generously donated like $1,000.
Oh my
which is insane.
God.
But I didn't know how to get in touch with her to say thank you,
Yeah.
except that I follow her Peacock on Instagram. So I had to DM her Peacock. I DM'd a Peacock account to be like,
Peacock named James.
I'm so excited. But anyway, I went and picked Beans up. I did it when she was at her house visiting today. I went and picked her up and told Mary, and I had to be like, hey, I've spoken about you on our podcast and people know you as Aunt Mary, etc. And she's already texted me and
that's
is so
so
touched by the
sweet.
kindness. Just to like, get her a couple months rent to not
Yeah.
be freaked out because she hasn't worked in 2 months.
Also, yeah, and so that she heals in a positive way so she can get back to her beloved Beans.
Love it.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I feel like everyone's like a little accident prone in the quar right now. And everyone's driving crazy. Not my cup of tea. I don't like it.
So I'm gonna put the link to that in our probably on Twitter and our YouTube description.
That's
for this
awesome.
pod.
Kudos to you for doing that. That's really
Yeah.
sweet. And also, she deserves it.
Oh,
She's been
Mary.
working her butt off. And also, she provides us so much content on the
I know.
podcast. It's
I was
really
like, I've told the story about how good you are at Amy Winehouse facts, and people just know you as Aunt Mary. She was like, what? And I was like, the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, I love it.
So good.
Well, good. Well, good for you for doing that for her.
Yeah.
I hope she recovers well.
Me just clicking a couple buttons.
Have you been watching the Michael Jordan documentary?
Yes, I'm obsessed.
Same. I love it.
It's so good, but I go back and forth between like he's the best, he's the worst.
Yeah, was he a bitch?
He's the best.
Or is this all like well-intentioned meanness to encourage people's greatness? I have a
Right.
hard, same thing. I'm trying to balance like my feelings on it because he seems very level-headed for being so great. And I can't imagine when you're at that level of athleticism, how your brain works at all.
Totally.
I don't get
when you're
it.
the most famous person on earth.
Yeah.
My favorite is that one security guard that he like
Plays that quarter
gambles
game
with in the back.
The one that looks like a cartoon character.
It's full on like height of Justin Timberlake ramen noodles, but as a mullet.
yes,
hair?
exactly.
I'm obsessed with him. I want the doc on him.
Yeah, I know. I want to know what he did with the winnings he made from Michael Jordan playing some
It's
quarter flipping game
incredible.
in their green room.
Yeah, it's a really good documentary.
I'm big into it. I think it's so. I also find it so interesting how they remember such specific details of every game that they've ever played.
right.
I mean,
don't
I guess
remember
that's their
anything.
job, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about a video from yesterday.
I will watch 2 episodes of The Last Dance, wake up the next day, and not know what I watched the night before.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was called The Last Dance until like yesterday when Elliot was
True.
like, "Do you want to get caught up on The Last Dance?" I was like,
The Julia Stiles movie
"What
about
movie is
hip
that?"
hop?
Yeah, when did we watch that? We did watch a Flat Earther documentary the other night.
Oh,
That was
I
a
saw
lot.
Elliot on his Instagram
Oh, yeah.
story is
He's
like
going-
getting sucked in.
Oh, he's gonna. I mean, he's making fun of it.
Of course, yeah. No, I don't think your boyfriend's a flat earther.
No, but I did tell him before. I was like, because I took an edible, and I was like, if I get too high and start believing any of this, you need to turn it off.
Yes, please. Save her.
It was so bonkers. It was called Behind the Curve. It's from a couple years ago on Netflix. And it's so fascinating. The people are all so fascinating. And so many of them got divorced and lost relationships because they all say you can only date a flat earthers because you just have completely different opinions or belief systems.
You can't vacation.
No, but
you're going to fall off the earth.
Yeah. And they've also throughout this documentary, get this expensive equipment to do this testing, and they keep failing their tests that they're trying to do to prove that the earth is flat, and it is just so hard to watch them still believe and continuously do these experiments that just completely prove that the earth is round.
But that has to be connected to some type of something's wrong.
Yeah,
with that.
no,
it's not just I'm a totally normal person, except I'm a flat earther.
No, for that.
Right?
Well, no, a lot of them seem very normal, but then you realize that it reminds me a little bit of YouTube starting, and they have a convention, and it's the energy of the convention is very similar to beginning VidCon energies.
Are
where
there
it's
flat Earth celebs?
Exactly that. And they're getting photos, and they do the certain hand symbols for certain things.
Oh my God.
And I was just Elliot and I were watching, I was this is VidCon from 7 years ago. Oh, this energy is very familiar, and now my wires are all mixed up about this. And
do we go to one of these? We are allowed to go around. People.
I'm so fascinated by it. And there's they follow this one guy around who's the most famous one, and he knows it, and it's a very specific type of person. It's very fascinating to watch. But they're all conspiracy theorists, but then they all got into this flat earth thing, and none of them are really scientists. Some of them sort of have science education, but it's more that they just found a community of people that all believe this thing, and they feel free to talk about it. Yeah, it's it's not about the earth at all. What I got from watching it. I'm they just all want to belong to a community.
Two things.
Yeah.
One, do they have flat earther merch?
Oh, big time. They got these things, this one guy who's an incredible wood maker, and he makes he built this good motorcycle out of this beautiful wood.
It's whittled it, or
no,
it works?
he has a whole wood shop and everything. Yeah, that's the confusing thing. I was this man is wildly talented, and this stuff he makes is beautiful.
Right.
And then he makes these flat earth dome things that have become very popular in their community, and so that's
a snow globe.
Yeah, but cut it in half and lay it flat, so it's a half globe on top, and then it just has two. Basically, the main guy thinks he lives in the Truman Show. The amount of times that he references things.
So truly a snow globe.
Yes. The amount of times that he references things and compares things to different movies is oh, bingo. You just truly think that you're a movie.
He's a flat earther and also the president of the Jim Carrey fan club.
Yeah, exactly that. It was fascinating to watch.
Because I'm already thinking up merch. I would have a shirt that has a picture of the earth, and it'd say she's all flat.
You would dominate the merch in this community.
Yeah, I'm gonna that's gonna be my side hustle. If I don't get the Coors Light campaign to start going, I'm gonna start making flat earther merch.
I think you will have a community for it. Them having merch that seems kind of cool would blow their mind.
And I'd be you know what? This is the flat price.
Yeah, the flat shipping rate.
And my second thing is, I wonder if we could hook up a flat earther kingpin with old Miss Asparagus. I feel that would be a good one too if she doesn't go for the topsy-turvy dude.
Right. She's got options now.
And
who knows? Maybe the flat earth guy and the topsy-turvy dude find each other.
Yeah.
It's a wild world out there.
You can't throw asparagus unless there's a flat earth
unless there's some gravity
for it to land on.
Yeah, that's true. All of that is very true. Wow, guys.
God, we got through it.
We got through it. You guys have your calls to action.
More plugs than I don't know. I can't even think of a funny plug joke.
You've maxed out. You've used it all on Coors Light campaigns.
Yes.
It's okay. We'll get there.
But I guess we'll see you guys on the other side. Well, I don't know.
Now you sound like a flat earther.
It's not our outro.